KODI 18 LEIA is edging ever so slightly closer to a final release. Now, if you have a Amlogic device and you like to run KODI, then you may be interested in actually using a system known as CoreELec. Now, if you're not familiar with what CoreELec is, well, we did a video back at the start of the summer, I believe it was, about what CoreELec was all about. Now, you may have heard of LibreELEC or even OpenELEC. Now, these systems are dedicated operating systems dedicated to running KODI. Now, CoreELec is the latest rendition of LibreELEC for Amlogic devices. Way back at the start of the year, KODI left Amlogic development for S905, S905, S912, etc. And he done a fantastic job. But the CoreELec team took over his work, and they have now brought us the latest version of KODI on their CoreELec system, and that is the KODI 18 LEIA builds with beta version 1 or 2. I'm not entirely sure which one it is. But this video, I'm going to be showing you how to install it on your Amlogic TV box. The installation tutorial hasn't really changed much since LibreELEC or even OpenELEC. We can dual boot this system as well as install it onto the internal memory on our Amlogic TV box. This X96 Mini is another example of how cheap these boxes can be, but how versatile they can be as well. So I've shown you how to install Android TV onto this, as well as a myriad of different types of firmware, and now CoreELec, we can dual boot this off this very cheap box. Now, the first step in this tutorial is to simply download CoreELec, and I shall leave you guys the links in the description. Once you've done that, you just need to unzip it, and the next process is to insert an SD card into your PC. Here we will be using Win32 Disk Imager, or you can use Etcher, whichever you're more comfortable using, and then we're going to be burning that image onto the SD card. So all you got to do is load up the program, select the right SD card, so mine's on drive H, and then what we got to do is select the image file, which is the CoreELec image file that we just unzipped, and then click write, confirm it, and let the program burn CoreELec onto your SD card. Okay, so the next process is pretty unique to your device. So whether you're using an S905 device or an S912, it really doesn't matter. Just make sure you've downloaded the appropriate image file for your box. So if you've got the S905 variant, download that one. Or if you've got S912, download that one. The next process is to simply go into the SD card on your computer. So find where the SD card is, and once it's all burned, etc., it's burned the image onto your SD card. Go into the actual folder and then find DTB files. Now, these DTB files are unique to your box. So I'm going to be using the 1GB version of the DTB because I have an X96 Mini with 1GB of RAM. And then all I need to do is copy that and paste it into the first folder. So we have got the DTB folder in here, and that contains all the ones available. And I just need to drag it and drop it into the first folder. Next thing we need to do is just rename it to dtb.image. That's it, guys. We can now go over to the TV and see if we can boot it. So same process as always, guys. Holding the AV reset button or the reset button wherever it is on your box. Hold that in and apply power. Hopefully CoreELec will appear on screen, and that's all you guys need to do. If not, you need to go back over to your PC and then you need to try another DTB file. There's a couple of different variants of the DTBs, but you'll get there in the end. Now, I'm not going to be showing you how to install it to internal because I've shown that quite a number of different times before. If you really do want me to show you guys again how to do it, I will. Let me know in the comment section below. But CoreELec, in all its glory, allows you to run KODI at its absolute best. And I can tell you right now, from my experience with not only CoreELec, LibreELEC and OpenELEC, it is the best way to run KODI Media Centre on these cheap Amlogic boxes. So without the developers behind CoreELec, without KZak, then this would not be possible. So all credit goes to all the people behind this development. You guys are doing a fantastic job and keep up the good work. Anyway, that's it for now. My name is Matthew, and you've been watching another video by the MXQ Project. Don't forget to check out the website, mxqproject.com, the Facebook group, Twitter, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and we shall see you very soon.